Hello and welcome to an All Hoops Classic. I'm Boom Gonzalez.
And I'm Dip Dipianco. We're bringing the action from the NBA to the UAAP. This is Starting Lineup.
JD! Puts the long toss and hits the nice attacker three.
Gold medalist and Olympic champion from Europe.
The NBA season is finally back, and somebody found out that we're talking about that tonight. Raised his hand. He says, I want to be on the show to talk about my LA Lakers. Coach Willie Wilson is with us tonight.
Two hands.
Am I right or am I right?
You are right.
So we gotta
you are
start.
so right.
We gotta start with them. We have no choice, right?
Yes, no.
We have no choice. All right.
We got to.
Well, it's just right because they are 7-2.
Right.
And didn't they win five straight?
Number 2 in the West.
Okay.
7-2.
Okay, I hear you.
I mean, things are looking good. You know, I got to show love to Jake LaRavia. Right? Right?
Number 12.
Right.
The big three.
Yes.
Okay, with Austin Reeves and Luka. Okay, tell us, what are you seeing? What is working?
Well, you know, it's a team that is working very well together.
Without LeBron.
Even without LeBron. Okay, so no, you have the too many mouths to feed, and over here you have just enough mouths to feed, and just enough servers serving those mouths. Okay, and I'm talking about Luka and AR being able to, you know, hit all different facets of the game. You know, you got Luka. Although he's only played 5 games, but he's averaging 40 a game, over 11 rebounds, and he's doing his thing, dishing the ball. And then Austin Reeves averaging above 30, you know, and then same thing. He's just a threat to move the ball all over the court. And then obviously,
look at Marcus Smart's smile. He's so happy.
He's happy because you know what? I don't have to play offense now. I just get to go on the court and terrorize the opposing team's best perimeter player. And it just all works together seamlessly.
So, muna bumalik si LeBron.
No, LeBron can come back, but he's got to fit in. You know, don't come back and fit out.
I'm just asking.
Hate to say it, but Luka and LA just really works out well.
Oh man, here we go.
They do.
Therapy session.
Yeah, they do.
I thought that was moved on already,
but you know, then you got to show love to DeAndre Ayton. He's doing his thing, right? When there was no Luka, no Austin Reeves, what did DeAndre do? He messed around and had a double-double. You know, had that 29 and 12 game. So he's capable, but he's taken a back seat in order to give the team what they need.
Yeah, La La Land, fun to watch again in the NBA.
It's always been fun to watch, man. It's my Lakers.
Fun to watch. And
win or lose.
7 wins, 2 losses. Great start for the Lakers. All right, let's talk about another team, Coach Willie, this time for the Houston Rockets, ready for takeoff. People were probably doubting if it would work out, this whole KD trade. But turns out it's fine out there in Texas.
Well, I'm a firm believer in Coach Ime Udoka and what he brings culture-wise.
Right.
You saw what he did in his previous team, and then you see what he's doing now in Houston.
Last year was a very good
and
year.
last year, same thing. You know, you have an emerging team, a young team. You know, Alperen Sengun, what he did over the summer, internationally. He's brought it to the NBA. He's actually shooting a better three-point percentage than KD is, you know, at 3 attempts per game. But he's shooting above 40%. So you know that everybody knows their roles. And look at that lineup that they start with. Jabari, Amin Thompson.
Tallest and longest.
Yeah, it's the tallest and longest. And Amin is just out there being a pest. He's like a big Kyle Lowry out there defending the team's best perimeter player. And he's able to even get his buckets on the offensive end.
Can they sustain it without FVV?
I think they can because they're playing the right way. They're getting it done on the defensive end. You see KD turning back the clock, and he's, you know what? I'm going to come out here and play defense.
And Reed Shepherd also getting his moments, you know, in the second year, playing more minutes, and he has shown what he can do for the Houston Rockets. All right, last team we'll talk about are the San Antonio Spurs. who are they
Puro
ready?
West,
Puro
West
West,
talaga.
Siguro next time, East naman pag-usapan natin. But this team right now, Coach Willie, what would you make of them? A 5-2 record as well. They're looking to go back to the playoffs for the first time since 2019, and signs are good for San Antonio.
5-0 start.
Yeah.
5-0 start.
Well, I think we're going to see them there. Again, they have an alien on their team, okay? And his name is Wemby. This is a guy that can do everything you ask him on the court. You want him to be a scorer, he can do that. Okay, all he has to do is put the ball over his head, and nobody can touch the ball, unless you're Boban. You ask him to be a defensive anchor, he's blocking 4 shots a game. He gets everybody involved. And this is a team without a former NBA All-Teamer in De'Aaron Fox.
Not yet, right.
Not yet played a game this season. They're getting great contributions from Stephon Castle. Again, that's a guy that can play the 1 and the 2. Very, very dynamic. And I think he fits in well even when De'Aaron Fox comes back. But we go back. Everything revolves around Victor Wembanyama.
And the question of whether he can stay healthy, of course.
I think he can. He does all them great ankle drills and balancing on 1 foot. The stuff that he can do, he's very, very, pliable.
Right. MVP candidate or not?
Yes.
Yes, definitely, right?
Definitely.
But Luka's number 1 for you. Who's number 1 for you?
You know what? I'm a team first guy.
Okay.
I love Luka. I love to see my Lakers getting awards.
Right.
But the only hardware that I'm interested in for the Lakers is that Larry O'Brien trophy.
Right.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
We'll have to wait, especially when LeBron comes back, how they will all...
Even better. Even better.
Okay, sure.
Abangan natin yan kung mag-workout yan sa LA. Coach Willie, stay with us because after the break, we cross over to the UAAP. Stay tuned. You're watching Starting Lineup. Welcome back to Starting Lineup. The UAAP Final Four race is as crazy as ever and still here to talk about how the teams looking in can make the Final Four. Is UAAP champion Willie Wilson no better person to talk about it?
No crazier person?
A champion himself?
Although, you know what? I haven't experienced the situation we're going to talk about now.
Really?
Palagi kaming 1-2. Palagi, I mean,
Okay, yeah.
not to brag or anything,
But you've never experienced being part of a log jam.
Yes.
But this is great for UAAP
Oh,
fans.
it is fantastic, and it just means that every single game matters, and we're seeing the talent level in the UAAP distributed so evenly.
You look at the lineup now of games. How important are these last few game days? Especially, we talked about how dikit-dikit nga yung standings. But if you're a player right now in the league and you're thinking, how do I make the Final Four? What are you thinking now in the UAAP?
Well, just go back to the games that we've just seen. The NU game versus LaSalle. How huge was that for NU to win that, to create some cushion, and how bad was that probably for LaSalle to lose that game because it brings them 1 game away from that long jam. Same thing with UST and same thing with Ateneo finally beating UE.
Okay, let's talk about that right now. We've seen 4-game winning streaks, 5-game losing streaks.
Right.
It's just a crazy season. And Ateneo, obviously, with that hot start, fizzled. But they finally bounced back with a win. Barely, too.
Yes, not convincing.
So tell me, what were your thoughts on that one?
Well, again, I just think you go up against a winless UE team, and it's natural. It's human instinct to relax. Okay, you know what? We have this in the bag. Finally, we're going to win. But they still had to earn that win. Remember, you had Lingo Lingo coming back in that game, and he took off like he never left. You know, obviously, Abate is going to do his thing. Momowe is going to do his thing. But I keep on talking about it. Where does Ateneo get offense from?
Yeah, so I was going to ask.
When Kaimani Ladi is not on the floor, they need to figure that out. Now you start with your strongest 5 in Escobar on the floor.
Adili's now back. Jared
Right, but Adili's still day to day.
Yeah, for sure.
He's still dealing with that back injury.
Yes.
Now
he won't be the same anymore.
He won't be the same anymore. When Kaimani's off the floor, how do you generate offense? When Kaimani is on the floor, how do you generate touches and good looks for him? Because now every single team is gravitating towards him. He's a triple threat on the floor. 3-point, mid-range, and at the basket. He's that good. Because he's that good, every team is paying attention to him.
Game planning against him, right?
The next games of Ateneo, though, are against LaSalle,
Whoa.
UST,
Whoa.
UP,
Whoa.
and they got Adamson. So what will it take, Coach Willie, for the Blue Eagles to make that final push if they want to be back in the final
And
for
by
this
the way,
season?
all of the teams that you mentioned all need wins
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Right.
You know, again, I don't want to put my coaching hat on right now and try to, coach these teams.
Right,
They have Coach Tab. I would just say, don't look past your next opponent. Keep it at that. Don't look past your next opponent. We all know the LaSalle Ateneo game, you throw out the records. You throw out the records. It's been that way since time immemorial.
Correct.
You just have to bring out your best basketball, be in the moment, and act like there's no game tomorrow.
You know, the funny thing is Ateneo has not been the same since the first Ateneo-LaSalle match in the fourth quarter.
Right.
Once they lost that 33-point lead, they have not been the same team, even in that win against UE. Just a footnote there and an observation. All right, what has happened to UST here?
Okay. It's a similar situation to what Ateneo is dealing with Kaimani Ladi. Where does your offense come from? It would either come from Collins Okoye, fourth key Padrigao, generating offense, getting his guys involved, or Nick Caballero. But it's a lot of your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. Okay, now, where is the cohesiveness when you need to generate something and try to be unpredictable? And then, it's good that certain guys have their roles. Aceto has his role. He's going to spot up.
Jello Crisostomo
has his role. He's going to be that Swiss Army knife, can spot up from the perimeter and so on and so forth. But when Nick Caballero has the ball, more likely than not, he's shooting the ball. When Collins has the ball in the paint, more likely than not, he's shooting the ball. And then you have Forsky Padrigao trying, I don't want to assume, but it looks like he wants to show, I have a tray ball. So he's firing from the perimeter, which, that's what you need to space the floor for a Collins Okoye. But at the end of the day, where is your symmetry?
Cohesion and symmetry. Okay.
We also have to remember, fourth Ski Padrigao went
dealing
out.
now.
Went out of the game.
Yes,
Ankle.
but that is just what happened in the latest game.
Yeah.
What about the four games prior?
Correct.
So we'll find out in their next games if they will be able to fix that issue in terms of cohesiveness. All right, one more team that we have to talk about are the FU Tamaraos
looking in.
making a late charge resurgence here towards the end of season 88 with a win, of course, against Adamson. Them also getting that confidence. What will it take for them to barge into the Final Four?
Well, I say this, number one, you have a young team, teach them how to win. Once they learn how to win, it's believing that you can win consistently. You get down, and if you have that faith in each other, in the system, and you've seen it happen before, you can come back from any deficit. I've lived it, I've seen it from other teams, and now we're seeing it translate to FEU. Coach Sean Chambers is doing a fantastic job creating that culture, and now they have an identity, and that identity revolves around two players. It revolves around John Ray Pasaol and Mr. Mancopa. Everybody was like boo-hoo-hoo when VJ Pre left. I was one of them. Obviously we like to see see the talent grow in the school. He came from the high school level. We love to see that.
That's the situation now.
When a talent vacates, that creates an opportunity for another talent to step in and step up and blossom, and that's what we've seen from Mancopa. Now they are playing, and we're seeing the transformation of this team revolving around these two players, and they are growing together and creating beautiful music together, and it's translating to beautiful basketball.
I love watching Kirby Mancopa play, and let's not forget, of course, there's still that Joy Bautista guy there.
Yes.
So they're gonna be a problem for a lot of
I call
teams.
Mancopa Mister because he plays like a mature individual on the court.
Right. Okay. We'll take note of that, Mr.
Mr.
Mancopa from now on. Well, Mr. Wilson, thank you very much for coming over and dissecting the NBA and the UAP with us. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure.
All right. More of the UAP this time from the courtside. When we return, stay tuned. You're watching Starting Lineup. Welcome back to Starting Lineup. There's a lot of fun stories this season 88, and tonight we brought Katipunan to the studio as we welcome our correspondents from UP and Ateneo, Cheska Ramos and Vixie Burgos. It's perfect that you guys are here, back here, and at the same time, not because of the whole Katipunan thing, but you know, the three of us had a conversation prior to the start of the season, not together but separately. And what did I tell you about this season? It's now a countdown for you guys. So tell me about that now with 4 games remaining in your UAAP courtside careers. What's going through your mind, Cheska and Vixie?
Well, for me, honestly, time goes by so fast. I remember the first time for my first season, all of you guys would tell us, make the most out of it. Don't make it a routine. So that's what I've been doing since the start of the season. I've really been trying to talk to all of the players, everyone from the team, really getting to know them on a deeper level and really trying to get stories that I haven't shared last season and something that everyone would love to hear.
Vixie?
Yeah, and I remember Boomy told me coming into my first game in season 88 that our count-in was 14-1.
Yeah.
And, that's really struck me because every game now I really try to make every report matter and use my 30 seconds of getting to tell a story the most I can so that I could tell the story of the team, especially now that our team's been through a lot and that it's a growing team.
Yeah, your team up and down. You've gone on the roller coaster with them too.
Yeah, but at the same time, while counting down, can't help but be in the moment of all these games, close games. And speaking of, you both are coming from a heavy loaded Wednesday. Na, of course, congratulations to your teams for winning. But Cheska, let's talk about that game first against UST. What did you learn from the boys? I know each game you learn more stuff from your players, but at the same time against UST in that nail biter.
Yeah.
Ano yung mga nakuha?
It's crazy game.
It was a crazy game, a really close game. But one thing I learned really is even though we won, for them, they aren't content. They know that there are lapses that they have to work on, a lot of things that they have to fix, their weaknesses and strength, and really bring what they learned from that game onto the next, which is hopefully the game tomorrow. And one thing though also is that the team also, no matter for example, whoever's on the court, everyone's cheering for one another. The team recently have been really energetic. Everyone on the bench cheering for a player coming off the bench, even if they're just holding the ball for the first time in the court in that game, everyone's cheering them on, even if it doesn't get in the ring. And the team's really just trying to bring energy and really their heart. That's one thing that always comes out in the huddles. Puso, and laging lalaban hanggang sa dulo.
Tough start for your team, but you've recovered and won 7 of the last 8 games, including that nail biter. While on the other end of the spectrum, Vixie, hot start, 4-0. We all know the story, 5 straight losses, and then down 11 in that game against UE. Tell me, what were you feeling? Were you thinking, oh no, here we go?
I was nervous, quite honestly, because again, we're down to our last. Well, at that point, we were down to our last 5 games, and I knew how much they really wanted to win that game, coming off a 5-game losing streak. But I had a bit of confidence coming into the game because I saw in practice their energy was just so different. I think because we had the 10-day break, they really found time to talk to each other and sort of recalibrate and kind of recover from the 5 losses because I was talking to Jared Bahay and he admitted to me it was a draining stretch, and so that 10 days really did a lot for the team. And also we had Divine Adili back on the court, and so I came into it with a lot of hope, but of course you can't take away the nervousness when it comes to games.
Especially if you're down 11 late in the game.
Praying so hard.
Yeah.
And you know how the 6th men of Ateneo can get really into it, so they're happy that Divine is back. You got the win, so hopefully you get that winning streak in hopes of making it to the Final Four. Of course, there is growth from your team from the first round to round 2. What have you guys noticed, Cheska, for UP? Alam ko, season 87 to 88, ibang transition yan. But from round 1 to round 2, there are still things that they were able to adjust and change moving forward.
I think now, coming from round 1, all of the players know their role. They're more confident in themselves and they found the rhythm and connection as a team, as you can see from the first 2 games up until our current games right now. And one thing also is that the leadership as well. It's not just the NU boys, our seniors, Jerry, Harold, everyone, but also the rookies. We have Jacob being more vocal as well. Also Choi Palanca, he's really been performing. And Ray Ramogat, everyone's being vocal in huddles. Really, if they have something in mind to add into the strategy or they have questions, they say it in the huddle. And everyone's really been more working as one, trying to find ways where they can strengthen or push one another.
Vixie, your turn. Bebop, that's obviously a big thing.
I think coming from round one, obviously we didn't really start round two off on a good note. But then I really saw how they stuck together in spite of everything. They were really more united because we have a lot of new guys on the team and we also have rookies. And so I really saw how in round two they grew in their belief. And I think that's really what matters, especially with Ateneo. When we approach the fourth quarter, it's really belief you need to hold on to. So I think now in round two, I saw how much they really trust themselves and they communicate more in the huddles. They're very vocal, and I think that's what's important, especially coming into the next few games.
UP is facing UE next. Ateneo obviously facing LaSalle next. We've talked a lot about your teams. You got a few minutes, so let's talk about you. Let's change it up, because we already know a lot of the stuff about Ateneo and UP, and we'll know more in the coming days. How's this journey been for you in the last couple of years? And I love that both of you are here also because you kind of did some PVL work for us also at that same time. So just tell us what's running through your head with everything that's been going on in your lives as a courtside reporter.
For me, honestly, ever since my journey here started, I'd say it's a journey of growth and also discovery. I really grew as a person and as a courtside reporter with the help of you guys, our mentors, and also knowing that there are things I never knew I could do. Then I really pushed myself out of my comfort zone. As you said, I tried PBL, me and Vixie.
Yeah, proud of you guys.
We were both so nervous at the start, but then once we did it, we're like, okay. We didn't think we would be able to reach those level. And as what I mentioned, now from first season of season 87, I was still trying to find my voice. And I'd say now in 87, I found my voice. And I'm still trying to learn how to use that voice to really share stories that matter and would hopefully touch the hearts of the community.
Yeah, I think mine is a similar story to Chess because I came into season 87 so scared of just the small things like if I stutter or if I say something wrong.
Head movement.
Yeah, my head movement. Boo and I talked a lot about that. But then now coming into season 88, I think I found confidence because if I was able to do that season, then I'm sure that I could grow more.
Yeah.
And with the team and also my mentors in Signal, you guys, you really taught me so much. And I was able to carry that over into season 88. And I was really able to focus more on the fact that I could tell a story. And so it's not really the small things anymore, but really just making the most out of it. So I think that growth really helped me make the most out of this job. And obviously, now that we get to do other things like the PVL, it pushes us and makes us grow more. So it's exciting.
They make it easier for us to learn the stories because of your reports. But with the season 88, rest of season 88 ahead of us, what are you guys looking forward to still in round number 2? Personally, pwedeng yung CDC, baka nag-attend na kayo ng mga pep squad ninyo or anything else that you're looking forward to, Cheska? Or Vixie, whoever.
Yeah, I think for me, I'm just excited for the next few games. I know this season has been so unpredictable, especially for Ateneo. And as nerve-wracking as it is, it's also exciting. You could come into a game and you don't know what can happen. So,
True.
Yeah, I'm honestly looking
nice way of
forward
putting
to
it,
that.
yeah.
I'd say the same. Really see what could happen, who can grow in the team. Because as in our team, we have really deep bench. So I'm excited to see more of our bench grow. Who would be the next Magic Bunot like Miguel Iniguez? And also, I guess, see my fellow courtside and me grow in the next few games and hopefully push ourselves to really share stories that matter.
I was teasing them. Hindi man lang kayo naghintay matapos UAP, PVL na kayo. Just go straight into PVL. Come on now. Come on
Iba.
Thank you very much, Francesca Isabel Ramos. This one's a tricky one. Maria Victoria
Melita.
Therese Burgos. Kulang pa nga yan. May thank you.
Pahabaan ba sila?
She's got a long name. Guys, we are all proud of you. Congratulations. I know there's more to come, but we're so happy for you. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, before we let you go, let's check out some highlights from the historic final day of the International Series Philippines presented by Bingo Plus, featuring our very own Miguel Tabuena. Let's take a look.
I've been playing the International Series for 4 years since it started on the Asian Tour. The strength of field, there are world-class players that play in every IS event. That was a big goal this year with my team. Probably heading to this week to be able to get it done brings me so much confidence. Nothing I did today hasn't been done in practice for sure. I've spent a lot of time with my craft, hitting different shots and preparing myself for this situation. I hope this inspires not only golf fans but sports fans in general in the Philippines, and that they become more aware that golf can be where Filipinos can excel. It was humbling to see the support I had out there, no matter what kind of shot I hit. It was nice to be able to perform like that in front of them and show that the Filipino can truly compete in a world-class stage.
Once again, international team.
That's it from the International Series Philippines. And thank you for joining us. I'm Dip Dip Yang.
I'm Boom Gonzalez. This has been Starting Lineup.